One top Democrat, though, asking President Biden to take matters into his own hands at this point. That is Congressman Connolly of Virginia, issuing a statement that reads in part, quote, "In light of the GOP's cowardly filibuster of a bipartisan January 6th commission, I urge President Biden to form and appoint a presidential commission to fully investigate the insurrection at the Capitol." Congressman Connolly is out front now. He sits on both the House Oversight and Foreign Affairs Committee. Good evening. Thank you for being here. And let's start with that.
With you, Poppy.
Can you explain exactly what you want President Biden to do? And I wonder, since you sent this, I think it was Saturday, if you've heard back from the White House.
I've not heard yet, although I was with the president Friday. But my view is we've got lots of precedent for presidential commissions that have looked at momentous events in American history. And by and large, they've comported themselves well, and they have commanded broad public respect. Given the fact that the Republicans don't want to look at this at all, I believe elevating the issue to a presidential commission level and having the president have the latitude to appoint bipartisan members, but statesmen and stateswomen who care about their country and want to look at the insurrection thoroughly, I think is the answer. And so I think a presidential commission is a better way to go than a select commission, although obviously that has its upsides as well. But I just think a presidential commission is what we ought to do right now.
Okay, well, keep us posted if you hear back from the White House on that. Meantime, some of your fellow Democrats, Joaquin Castro, Ted Lieu, they're calling for Speaker Pelosi, as you know, to create this House Select Committee to investigate the insurrection. I thought it was interesting what your Democratic colleague Dean Phillips of Minnesota said to me about that this morning, though. Listen.
If there's a House Select Committee to investigate it, I would ask and implore and frankly demand that Republicans be included, because it does need to have legitimacy to more Americans than it would if it was just a bipartisan exploration, even if that partisan investigation exposed the truth.
Do you agree with Congressman Phillips that any select committee must include Republicans?
Yes, I think it's got to include Republicans, but, you know, we have to take some care here. I'm fearful that the Republican leadership will fill such a committee with members of the Sedition Caucus, members who are sort of playing down what happened on January 6th. And I think those folks ought to be disqualified, frankly. And that's why I think a presidential commission is a better way to go. The president has latitude to tap into Republican talent pools, including former members of Congress who do care about their country and do care and are troubled by the events of January 6th. And I just think that's a preferable way to proceed and get us out of the partisan politics of the moment in the House.
But the president's a Democrat. I mean, how would that not face equal criticism for being partisan to a House Select Committee, from Pelosi?
Well, the president would have to, I think, balance that commission with Republican as well as Democratic members. It would be a little hard, I think, for the Republicans in Congress to kvetch about the membership if the president goes to upstanding and well regarded former members of Congress who happen to be Republican.